Hey everyone, and welcome. So, when I say the word accounting, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it just spreadsheets, taxes, a bunch of confusing numbers? Well, today, we're going to flip that idea on its head. We're going to see that accounting isn't just about crunching numbers, it's really about telling a story. The story of a business. It's this incredibly powerful tool for understanding what makes a company tick. And you might think accounting is some modern invention, but get this, it has incredibly deep roots in history. Take ancient India, for example. We're talking 23 centuries ago. Kautilya was already writing down how to keep financial records. This wasn't just some random skill, it was absolutely essential for running an entire kingdom. And that, right there, is the key. For thousands and thousands of years, accounting has basically been an information system. It's a way to make sense of business, to manage what you have, and to keep everyone accountable. Doesn't matter if you're building a pyramid or a brand new app. I mean, just look at this timeline. We've got clay tablets in Babylonia for tracking wages, super detailed government books in ancient China, and of course, the famous ledgers in Rome. All these great civilizations all over the world came up with their own systems of accounting. It just goes to show you it's a fundamental human need to keep track of things. So that brings us to the big question for today, right? Why has this one practice stuck around for so long? And more importantly, what does this ancient system actually do for us in the world we live in right now? Well, here's the best way I've found to think about it. Accounting is quite literally the language of business. And just like any other language, it has its own vocabulary and its own grammar. And if you learn it, you can understand the story of a business anywhere in the world. Okay, so here's the official modern definition. But don't let the formal words scare you. Look at the verbs. It's all about a process. You identify what happened, you measure it, you record it, and then, and this is the most important part, you communicate it so people can make smart decisions. It's all about making things clear. So let's break that down real quick. Step 1, you identify an event. Let's say your company sells a laptop. Step 2, you measure it. How much did you sell it for? Step 3, you record it in order, creating a clear history. And finally, step 4, you communicate that info in reports. See? When you put it like that, it's pretty logical. So, who are we communicating all this information to? I mean, who is the audience for this language? Well, it turns out there are a lot of people listening, and they basically fall into two main groups. So, on one side, you've got your internal users. These are the people inside the company, like managers, who need this data to plan and run the business day to day. Then you have the external users, everyone on the outside. We're talking about investors who are thinking about buying shares, or banks trying to decide if they should give the company a loan. Okay, so to learn any new language, you've got to start with the basic vocabulary, right? Well, in accounting, it all boils down to 3 core building blocks. These 3 words are the foundation for everything else. First up, we have assets. Put simply, assets are all the valuable things a business owns. This could be cash in the bank, the office building, the delivery vans, all of it. Anything that has value. Next, we've got liabilities. If assets are what you own, liabilities are what you owe. Simple as that. Think of things like bank loans, or the money you owe a supplier who gave you materials. It's what the business is obligated to pay back. And finally, the third piece of the puzzle is capital. This is basically the owner's investment in the company. It's their own money that they've put in to get things started, and it represents their claim on the company's assets. And here is where it all comes together so beautifully. It's the fundamental accounting equation. Assets equal liabilities plus capital. This equation always has to be in balance. Always. Why? Because it tells a simple truth. Everything a business owns had to come from somewhere. It was either bought with borrowed money, which is a liability, or it was funded by the owners, which is capital. It's the core logic of accounting. So now that we have a feel for the language, let's talk about the people who speak it, the modern accountant. And you can forget that old stereotype of a quiet person hunched over a calculator. The role today is so much more exciting and strategic. Yeah, the job has totally transformed. An accountant isn't just a historian writing down what already happened. Today, they are key advisors. They interpret the numbers and provide the insights that actually help shape the future of the company. They really are a crucial part of the leadership team. And because of this shift, we're seeing some really cool fields open up. You've got forensic accountants, who are basically financial detectives hunting for fraud.
You have experts designing payment systems for e-commerce, people who help with financial planning, and even environmental accountants who measure a company's impact on the planet.
So, if there's just one thing you take away from our chat today, let it be this. Accounting isn't really about numbers at all. It's about providing clarity. It's a service, an information system that's designed to help us cut through the noise and make better, smarter decisions. And that leaves us with one last thought. Every single company you love, whether it's the cafe down the street or a huge tech giant, is telling its story through its financial numbers. So now that you know the very basics of the language, what story do you think your favorite company's numbers would tell you?